Hello there, you're listening to the More Than Mostly Comedy podcast.
Hello, I'm Glyn David.
And I'm David Ephgrave. And together we make...
Doggett
Abbott and Costello. No.
Yeah.
Named us after an American double act from many, many years ago.
It's kind of weird, really, yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Don't know why that was the first one that came to my head, but there we go. Yes, you're listening to the More Than Mostly Comedy podcast. How are you doing, Mr. Doggett? You okay?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you doing, Mr. Ephgrave?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm okay. I wasn't asking you, so you'd ask me, and I go, actually, I'm really bad, but no.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of those rhetorical questions. Yes, I'm fine.
No one's listening to the answer ever.
No one really cares. They're just saying, where's the actual interview? That's the point.
That's what I'm here for.
Podcast.
I've not paid my money. I want to hear. Well, this one's quite special as well because it's the first one that's a live one in front of an audience since COVID hit. So we did one in I think it was February 2020.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Yeah.
Then the shit hit the fan. And now we're back again in this one, which was recorded in September 2021. So that's how long that's been.
That's crazy, isn't it? But it felt like yesterday. I mean, as in it not literally felt it. When we did it, it felt like the day before.
Yes. It did.
It didn't feel like such a big gap. And actually, it's been really nice. We've had many Zoom interviews between that. So that's been nice. We've been interviewing
13,
lots of different people.
I believe.
Is it that many?
Yeah.
Blimey. But it was nice to be back on stage with an audience listening live, and you can listen to them listening to it live while you listen to it recorded, which is quite exciting.
Does that make sense? That's very clear. I mean, it'd be weird if you're just listening to other people listening. I think the prime reason you're listening is to hear what they're listening to rather than listening to them listening to something. It's just very confusing.
True.
Yeah,
but at least it gives you kind of some sort of prompt as to when to laugh. If you're not sure, you get an audience reaction, you kind of know. A bit like kind of sort of naff sitcoms where they just throw in laughs to the point where you then go, actually, is that funny? Yeah. I didn't think it was funny, but they think it's funny, so maybe it is funny. I don't know.
I think I've said this to you before, and I mean, this is obviously a very good sitcom, but Only Fools and Horses. I remember watching fairly recently. It was one of the ones that they shot not in front of an audience, but then on the DVD, because it was amongst other ones that were shot in front of an audience, they put a laughter track on it. And so as a result, it was like they were trying to fit laughs in just where there was a gap rather than where there was, it was really annoying. Really very annoying. It ruined it for me.
Yeah, I know the feeling, but there's also sitcoms which just aren't funny, and then they put laughter on, and then you're just like, that's
fucking loads of those.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. I'm not going to name them, but yeah, there are many. My family,
we just don't. We don't want to bring up Mrs. Brown's Boys, but but anyway, this one is also special because we have two interviews. One with Jenny Collier, who's a Mostly Comedy regular, and then also with the person playing the club for the first time, Phil Cornwell, who we're both big fans of for various reasons, Stella Street being the main one.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was a really lovely guy, wasn't he, as well? So it was very easy to talk to.
Yeah, really interesting, and lots of questions about lots of things that he's done. For me, kind of first really noticing him was probably Alan Partridge, which is probably a bit late because he'd done stuff before that, but that was one of the things that I was kind of keen to know about. And then there was loads of stuff that I didn't know about him as well that we'd found out by looking him up previous to the show, as you do when you do an interview. So anyway, we talked about him being one of the Gorillas animated characters, which was quite a really cool thing to be part of. Such a huge kind of Damon Albarn kind of project is still, I think, really.
And also, Phil Cornwell was supposed to do Mostly Comedy about 3 or 4 times because of COVID.
Yes.
He was booked to do the next one, I think, after the last one that we recorded, which was Kate Robbins and Norman Lovett. And then that got moved, and then it got moved, and then it got moved, and then it got moved. And then it got moved.
And then thank God he actually didn't stop caring, because at some point you thought he might have just gone, I don't even care about Mostly Comedy anymore.
Yes,
what is that? So
exactly. But to be fair, I think plenty of things in the world have been cancelled for that to kind of be the norm. But yeah, it was really nice. And it was nice, like you say, even though the time in between the 2 gigs and all the stuff that we had to sort of contend with in that time, both professionally and personally because of COVID, felt like a long time. But then once we were back in the venue, once we were back in front of an audience, it didn't feel like we'd, like you say, like it was just the day before. So it's very weird how that can happen. But it's the longest gap between Mostly Comedy since we started in 2008.
Yeah,
it's been
strange,
monthly
isn't it? Very strange.
that time and that big gap.
Very weird. But hey, what we know, the last year, 2 years didn't happen. So, it sort of doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter,
We're back on where we left off.
Yeah, exactly.
But I suppose we better get on with it, really. So let's start with Jenny Collier. Oh, one thing that's worth pointing out, in case you wonder why it comes up, prior to her interview, we were talking about how one of the chairs that we bought for the interview was that much more expensive than the other ones. That's worth knowing for some of the content that comes up.
Yes, indeed.
So here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the More Than Mostly Comedy podcast. Please give it up for Jenny Collier. Come on. Welcome. Here we are.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? You okay?
I'm good, thanks, yes.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I ran out of time for preparation for this interview.
Yeah.
But I do still have any of the questions for Kate Robbins.
Oh, perfect.
So I just thought occasionally I might throw a few in. How did Eurovision come about? No, we can do this. It's fine.
How are you, by the way, first?
I'm okay, thanks. I've got a little bit of a cold, but I've done three lateral flows, so it ain't the bad one.
Do you prefer the just up the nose ones or the nose throat ones? Or have you just had one?
I only do it up my nose because when it says don't touch your tongue,
yes,
it's physically impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I thought I didn't have a gag reflex, but I do.
You've discovered, but also it's the whole. I start to underestimate 2.5 centimetres into a nostril. I don't know about you. It's just.
Do you know, I haven't really measured it. Is that right?
We don't actually measure it.
No,
How would you do that? Then?
What exactly?
Put a ruler up
really,
first.
I go, it's that far. Okay, right, the same amount.
Tiny trundle wheel that you just wheel up the nostril. I don't know, but I don't like
You can
that.
put it when you do it. The trick is, don't think that you have to put it up your nose. You put it like horizontally, and there's like
diagonal.
A secret tunnel that goes into the brain.
But I just thought
right.
into the brain.
It is true.
Okay, and then you won't feel anything. So that's good. How was the whole lockdown scenario for you, and what were you doing?
You went to Wales, didn't you?
Sweaty psalms, even thinking about it. It was a roller coaster.
Yes.
I think everybody went a bit mad, didn't they?
Yes.
So I went a bit mad, but I stayed in Wales for 3 months with my parents.
So you were originally living in London?
Yeah.
And then you moved to Wales?
Move is a strong word. Because it was so, there was no end point because I was still paying rent in London and still was hoping that my real life would return. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm just going to go to Wales for like a week or however long it takes for this thing to blow over. And so I packed like 7 pairs of pants. Oh, wow. And then stayed there for 3 months. They've got a washing machine, so it's okay.
Even in Wales, they have.
And then it just got quite, dark because you haven't got a job or anything to do, and blah 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 blah. And then everybody's madness, combines, and then I realised that things were starting to loosen up. So then I came back to London last summer,
right,
and that's when I got a job as a GP receptionist.
Okay.
It's a year ago yesterday I did that. I began that job.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
How long were you doing that for?
9 months. I nearly gave birth to it.
Now, you talk about going to the GPs with your poo in a thing. Did that come back to you as a flashback?
Yes, I thought that I was in a coma, and it was just... I thought while I was working as a GP and kept getting handed feces, I was like, I'm dead.
This
is just me in hell.
This is revenge.
Yeah. This is my material coming to revisit me beyond the grave.
Yeah. How was it doing that? Was it...
It was really, really hard and horrible, and I really respect... So over the years, I've always thought GP receptionists, are they on a dare to be so mean and cold-hearted? But actually, it's just because it's such a difficult job. That now I've got a whole new respect for them, because it turns you into the very worst version of yourself. And so everyone's having a bad time.
Yeah.
But I tried for about a week to bring some lols to it, but then I realised you can't.
Not possible.
There's no point trying to make it a light-hearted situation, so you just have to knuckle down. Yeah. And it was too soon to laugh for a long time at the beginning.
Yes.
And I suppose as well, like you say, you're being the worst version of yourself, so is everyone that's phoning up.
Exactly, because they're ill.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's ill, and everyone's been on the phone for 40 minutes, and there are no appointments.
Yeah.
So, God, it's gone a bit bleak, hasn't it? But But we are very soz to not be able to give you appointments. It's just not our fault or the doctors or...
Do you feel like you're constantly having to apologise to people now in just general life? Anyone you kind of see is like, no, there was a reason for this. I have to go into like long explanation about it every time.
I saw a tweet about GPs and waiting times and stuff, and I just had to close my laptop and be like, don't get involved because you're going to start kind of trying to tell everybody, but you can't tell everybody. Yeah. I've just noticed this is an expensive chair, but it also sounds like I'm guffing every time I move. It's like creaking.
We did that purposely. It's a status thing, really.
There's a reason why it costs so much money.
Extra gas, I think is the thing. It's a standard sort of boring question, but how did you start doing comedy and why? Was it something you'd always thought you'd do? Or?
It wasn't something I'd always thought I'd do. It was something... I always loved comedy. I always loved watching it. But I wanted to be an actor when I was younger, so I was like, right, I'm going to move to London, I'll go to drama school, I'll become famous in about a year, and then I'll move out of London, and that'll be that. And then I obviously moved to London, forgot to apply for drama school, life got in the way, paying bills, worked in a fertility clinic as a receptionist, and then would get drunk and rowdy with new people that I'd met, and I would be like acting up. And then they would be like, you should be a comedian. And enough separate people said it that I was like, maybe I will give that a go. And with that, you haven't got to audition. Whereas with the drama school, you have to be like, here's my Shakespeare. And you have to prepare loads and like do loads of work. Whereas with comedy, you can just turn up and be like, when I fart, I get people to pull my finger. And then no one can stop you from saying that or doing that.
It's quite a brave thing to do, though, I think. Because like for us, we went to drama school and stuff. So at least you... sort of, I don't know, you get some pointers about the sort of mechanics of performing and like the etiquette, I suppose. But to go there and sort of, I mean, did you find it was very easy to just be yourself and do it, or did you start with a different persona or anything? How was it?
Well, the very first time I went to do it, I got on the bus down to Shaftesbury Avenue where there was this brand new open mic gig. And when I got there, I was planning on just winging it.
So you had not written anything?
I hadn't written anything. I was like, so many people have said that I'm funny, so I'm just going to go up there and say stuff. And then I arrived, and there was a queue of boys, and they all talked to each other like they all knew what they were about to do, and I had not a clue. And I was like, actually, fuck this. And then went home and then wrote 5 minutes and came back the next week. And it turned out to be 3 minutes because I was shitting my panties. And then some pals came, so it went well. And so then I was like, oh, I'm really good at this. And then proceeded to die on my ass multiple times since. I got smacked down. I have been smacked down.
I think, again, for us, it was sort of easier in that we were going together. So
I mean, you've done it on your own as a sort of solo experience, but I just...
In fact, Glyn, now's the time you can leave.
I'm done. I'm not really doing it anymore. But I can't imagine when you go into that room on your own and you're sort of in your own thoughts and then have to get on stage. And then it's a very sort of isolating,
it was
nerve-wracking kind of world.
And you had to put your name in a hat, and so you didn't know when you were in the running order. And there was approximately 25 acts, and I was the last one of the night. But for the whole night, I was like adrenaline, like it's going to be. Is it me
so
next?
you didn't even know?
Right, no, I mean that night alone probably took 10 years off my life, just wondering if it was going to be me, and then having to be at the end. And then when they announced me at the end, they were like, "Welcome to stage, Jenny Collier." And so they didn't even say my name.
Lenny.
Wow, that's.
And the crazy thing about those sort of gigs is it is like 25 people, and they're all doing 5 minutes. I mean, if you've not been to open mic things, and oh God, I mean, I get tired just the first lot of them, really. And also because a lot of the people there are there kind of semi-selfishly because they're trying stuff out, so you're sort of performing to a load of other comedians, so it's not necessarily the easiest audience
sometimes people going over their lines in the front row like this, so you're performing to people who are just like
and
in
you just
a different
read that
world.
as I'm shit. This is it.
How long ago was that then? So how many years
2 weeks
have
ago.
you been?
Many years ago. Well, in 2011 was my first ever gig.
Oh, okay.
And then I did probably 3 that year. But then I started to meet more and more people as I did it. So you'd chat before and afterwards and get drunk. And then they would introduce you to that person, and there's another gig. And then after a while, I noticed on Facebook that there were people that I was gigging with going, I'm doing 6 gigs this week. And I was like, what? And I never knew that you could do it that much. And I was like, that's probably what you need to be doing. He looks successful to be doing that, so maybe I should try and do that. And then in about 2012 is when I started trying, and I've never looked back and never really stepped back and assessed what it is that I'm doing with my life.
That's brilliant.
But you do always tend to be really busy, because when I look at your gigs lists, see if you're available to do nights like this, it's just packed, which is great.
I'm really lucky. I just hound people.
Yeah.
And you just recently did Mo Gilligan's the latest show, didn't you? Was that fairly recently? Am I right?
Yeah, that was about a month ago.
There was a thing that I picked up on it, and it was something that happens a lot on TV, where they introduce you as a brand new comedian, and I was like, but she's been doing it for quite a while. Yeah. But it's a sort of TV thing, isn't it? It's like brand new to TV. I don't know. I mean, have you done much telly before?
Well, he said to me before I went on, he said, "Is there anything you'd like me to say when you introduce me?" And I really nearly said, "Just don't say I'm new," because they say like we've got our new or undiscovered talent or like that sort of thing, which is fine to say. But to say I'm new, it's like I don't want it to look like I'm saying I'm new. Like if you don't know me, then I guess I'm new to you. Yeah. But to say like, she tells me she's new. I've been doing for 20 years.
It's so tough when you're like, I've been doing this for quite a while.
And it's like an apology almost, isn't it? It's like, so you might not like.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we've been up and coming for about 20 years. Now, I don't know when the second bit comes. Not really sure.
No, exactly.
Would you go back to acting? Go back to acting. Would you like to act?
I would love to enter acting for the first time. Because I would quite like to. I'm on Spotlight, and I sometimes go for auditions for adverts. But it's quite nerve-wracking because I haven't done that much of it. And so, whereas I'm quite happy to stand on stage and do stand-up, the idea of going into a room and in front of one person saying, Dairy Lee, I'm shitting myself, because I'm lactose intolerant as well.
Yeah, you've got to just leave your body in those scenarios, haven't you, really? Because you just get asked to do the most embarrassing things.
Oh, yeah. I was reminding my son the other day about when I was on a space hopper.
This was fucking ridiculous, because both of us were in the same casting. And part of it was we had to travel on space hoppers. And I didn't discover until we started doing it that Glyn doesn't know how to travel on a space hopper.
It's harder than it looks.
I mean, but it really isn't, Glyn. Because all you just do is you sort of lean forward and propel.
I couldn't do it, could I?
I mean, clearly we didn't get the job.
No.
But you couldn't do it.
I just really messed up.
And also there was something at the beginning where there was quite a lot of equipment around, and they said something about it being quite expensive, and then you nearly threw the space hopper at one of the cameras. This is why I go it alone.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't know that there was a technique of leaning forward, though.
Well, I'm over considering it, because I've never really questioned it. You sort of lean forward, don't you, and then jump.
Is there like a theory test?
Because if you do that, you do
beforehand?
the cycling proficiency.
I was very tempted to have another go. They're all in my son's playground at school, and I was really tempted just to kind of try it again. But
with parents watching.
With parents wouldn't have been the best place to do it. But that's.
But you can drive. You can do other things. You just can't.
Driving's very different.
Is it though? Don't you just lean forward and sort of propel?
True. Yeah, you do.
Space hopper's got no mirrors.
Oh, that's true.
That's what it was.
But you've got the added bonus of the little face on the front that just keeps an eye where you're going. I don't know, but we'll have to do that lesson. Do the post grad in space hopper things. Yeah. But I'm being like Frankie Howard. Do you find it a lonely thing to do, stand up, or do you feel more comfortable in that world than sometimes in the real world, or how is it?
Oh my God, it's a big question. Going quite deep, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry, I do that. I was trying to go from space hoppers back into.
Do you feel alone?
And how does that manifest?
Do you cry yourself to sleep? I do not find it like lonely as such. I've noticed that I'm on my own a lot, and I drive alone a lot, but I listen to the radio, and then I love getting to gigs and then the green rooms and then chat to pals, and then if you're doing like a run of gigs together, then you get to hang out with them. And I've always lived in house shares because I'm not on telly yet. Not on telly money. So I live in house shares, and I think lockdown has actually been really good for making me go, I'm going to call my pals, talk to people, talk to my family and friends all the time. So I'm quite needy in that way. So in the same way that I'll be like, has anybody got any gigs? I'm like, does anybody want to talk to me for an hour and a half? So I wouldn't say like I'm a lone wolf.
But you're happy.
But I'm happy with it. Yeah. For now.
Until tonight.
Until you made me actually think about it.
Yeah.
My voice echoing round in your head.
I have some questions. I have a question here.
For the people listening, we said at the beginning you could tweet in some questions. And did we get some?
We do.
That's exciting.
And this one goes from Kai B. Give us a cheer.
Give us a cheer if you're here, Kai.
If that.
There's about 5 Kais, which is...
I mean, there's lots of people with the same name.
Very unlikely in a town like this, but there you go.
So this question will do to both acts. What is the most humiliating thing you've done in the name of comedy?
One of the first Edinburghs I went to, there was a show called Comedy Car Crash, and it was like trying to be like set list where they give you a subject and you have to do comedy, and it's like the audience are encouraged to boo you, to say you're shit, or to say off topic if you go off topic. So it's kind of like just a minute / set list.
Yeah.
And so they give you a subject and they do sound effects for car crashing if you don't get laughs. And but they're really keen for it to be embarrassing for everybody. And so that was highly humiliating. I did a gig in a bingo hall last week. It was 1,000-seater, but there were 30 people in it.
Right.
And the show had only been advertised to the people playing bingo, so they weren't like, we love comedy. And they hadn't bought tickets. They had been given a wristband after they finished the bingo and were basically told, please stay and watch the comedy. And they were like, well, can we carry on drinking? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, we're in. So these 30 people sat all the way back in this 1,000-seater hall, and it was the main hall. It was giant.
Right.
And while I'm on, there's a guy, and I was like 15 minutes into a 20-minute set. I noticed this guy is like filming, and I was like, are you filming or is it a photo? Like, what's happening? And he was like, I'm not filming yet. It was in Birmingham. Sorry, this is really offensive. Just trying to do the accent. But he goes, we're waiting for the porno. And then he said something, sticky Vicky. And I was like, oh my God. So he's saying that he's waiting to film me because he thinks it's going to turn into a porno. And like, I don't know what about my material. It sounds like I'm about to get filthy, but he said that. And so that was quite humiliating to have to, because the rest of the audience were really nice, and although they weren't like used to coming to comedy, they were into it and they were great. And so I felt at the moment that he said that the contract was null and void and I could have walked off and not completed my allotted time. But because everybody else had been nice, I was like, I have to do the last 5 minutes. But that felt quite humiliating to be like, I'm just going to carry on while these men kind of reluctantly stop filming.
Oh, God.
And I also, oh my God, now I've got all the humiliations flooding back. I did one in a casino in Brighton just before COVID, and one of the other acts took a photo of me on stage, which I posted online and said, this looks like a sound check, but it ain't, because there were people playing pool behind me and people just gambling and being like, can you shut up while I was doing my comedy? So, yeah, loads of really humiliating moments. Thanks, Kobe.
But then I suppose like Edinburgh sort of prepares you a bit for that. Like, we did a show in the Meadow Bar one year, and like the kitchen was upstairs where the venue was as well. So people would go past you with food while you're standing up.
And there was a toilet, wasn't there, at the back of the room? So you had to get some people back to the ladies' toilet.
So we all know what they're doing.
Yeah. And you hear the hand dryer go halfway through the show, and they come out, and you're like, okay, you finished. It's fine.
And then no hand dryer, and you're like, you're a dirty bitch.
Disgusting.
All stare at this person. But it was quite an experience.
How many times have you done Edinburgh now? Have you?
I think 10.
10?
But the first one I did, I was in a play.
Right.
And then I was in a sketch group, and then I was in another sketch group, and then started doing stand-up.
Cool. And so how many solo shows have you done each?
5, 4 or 5.
Do you, do you miss that at the moment? Because obviously we haven't been able to
I always want to go. I love Edinburgh, and whenever I'm there, people are like, oh God, I just can't wait to go home. And I'm like, I never want it to end, because I love it. Yeah. But then I kind of feel like, having missed it for 2 years, I'm like, I can go to the beach in August, and I can hang out with pals. So it has been quite relaxing, if you can call a global pandemic relaxing.
Really relaxing, actually,
Because there was an Edinburgh this year, wasn't there? There was some sort of festival, but it must have been, I don't know what it was like. I saw various reports that it was kind of some people saying it was actually quite nice because it wasn't too crowded and too busy, but I'd imagine that'd have been a bit kind of
eerie.
Yeah. It's not kind of how Edinburgh should be in August.
Because the Royal Mile, I can't even remember what it's called. The Royal Mile.
It's been so long.
Scotland, Edinburgh. The Royal Mile, I was going to call it the Golden Mile. The Royal Mile is usually really annoyingly full.
Yes.
So you're like, I hate it, and I don't want to go on it. And I think I would like it to be maybe 70% full. No, 60% full. Yeah. But I think this year it was like 5%, if that. And I think that I would find a bit sad.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
Not to mention the cost of doing Edinburgh. If you were doing it this year, why would you do that?
And then
it'd just be
no one turns up.
Waste of money, really.
I've got another question, but it's not really a question. Ray Palmer, Reckless 42.
No? Okay, fine.
He's gone. He wrote the question, then he went.
Robert Palmer's
I'm not
less known
surprised.
brother.
For Jenny, this is for you specifically.
Okay.
Your secret...
When does the porno start?
It's one of those things you get on Facebook. Your secret love child's name would be the following formula.
So this isn't a question, it's just a statement.
It's just a statement, really. Okay. First name, childhood cartoon character's name.
Childhood
cartoon character's name.
Scooby-Doo.
Middle name, Scooby-Doo, okay. Middle name, swear word.
Cunt.
Obviously.
Surname, slang for sexual organ.
Cunt?
Scooby-Doo cunt.
Yeah. Writes itself,
That's your secret love child's name, apparently. There we go.
Excellent. Why?
I wouldn't want it any other way.
No.
I'm so glad something's made me say Scooby-Doo cunt.
You never thought it would happen.
There we go.
Finally,
Didn't think that would happen tonight, but yeah, we did it.
What's next for you, aside from walking off and going home? Do you know? I mean, do any of us know?
Do any of us know?
Yeah.
What is life?
Yeah.
Gigs mainly. That's my sort of bread and butter.
Yeah.
And then I got an agent shortly after lockdown. So
I saw new photographs and I thought,
oh, thanks. Yeah, I had a dreadful cold that day as well.
Hey.
But at least it's accurate because usually I've got some kind of cold. So the photos represent me at my eyes like piss holes in the snow. So having an agent, I feel, will hopefully help me get things more like Mo Gilligan's thing, get announced as a rising star, even though I'm a really slowly rising star.
The dying sun.
A white dwarf. So don't know.
See what happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
Really. And it's also been quite nice, because you've played mostly comedy a number of times now. You always seem to play ones when we've got someone quite cool that we're all quite excited about.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to remember, you were here for Ardal O'Hanlon, I think. John Thompson as well, I think. Yeah. And obviously Phil Cornwell tonight. So it's, we try and bring you along to the ones that are
I'm so delighted to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Always with cool people.
But we probably should let you go so you can go and learn how to use a space hopper. Forward propulsion.
You'll be better than me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Jenny Collier.
Thank you.
Jenny, not Lenny Collier.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Marvellous.
Fantastic.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Phil Cornwell. Oh, hello, sir.
I know, that's it.
It's not personal.
It's great. Look, there's still some people left.
Yeah, this is it. This is the after show.
I'm normally in bed, actually.
Well, this is it. Me too.
You hit a wall now. You just hit.
I kind of. What's that? Someone went, "How's she ride?" I do that as well sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, good to be here.
Good to have you.
Yes,
here.
Nice table. Did you make it? Very
nice.
I
put it together. Yeah, I didn't do it from scratch. There were instructions, which are basically
mortise and tenon, sir.
Yes.
I remember. Oh, isn't it? I remember that from woodwork at school. Mortise and tenon. Really helpful.
In DT, as it was for me, I would just essentially walk around the classroom just sanding a bit of wood.
Yes, that's what I did. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got the flow.
No,
yes.
not at all. How many times regularly on a given day does somebody ask you, "Can you take a joke?" Is that a regular? Is that a regular one?
Well, what's odd is what people. I mean, I don't. It's not exactly Beatlemania. You know what I mean? Thank God, but. I can imagine that would make you very paranoid if you were very well known. Just going to the shops is like, oh God, I've got to go there. But anyway, it's amazing what people do remember me for, and I'm always impressed by it. You know, and they mentioned Dave Clifton or something like that, because I sort of looked, I was a bit younger then and had a bit more, I just looked, but people, very, very observant, and people have said that to me.
Yeah.
Cone, you take a joke. Yeah, check the small print in your cone tracks, isn't it? That seems to be a bit of an iconic bit, actually.
Yeah.
That bit of Partridge, that episode of him and
Yes.
Mike, is it? Yeah, I was going to say Simon, but Mike, nicking the cones, and very funny.
I mean, the whole series is great, isn't it?
Series 1, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, Series 1, I know.
Yeah, so was that, we were talking about this before, but was that all shot in a real radio studio without an audience?
Yeah, it was.
So because I know that the rest of the series was shot in a studio.
It was.
So your bits were done sort of away from that.
It was on the Euston Road, I think, up at this facility, sound facility, and and the studio was there, Radio Norwich, in there. That was for the first.
Oh, so it actually was. Oh no, sorry.
No, they mocked it up. Yeah, they mocked it up for Radio Norwich, and it looked good. It was lovely the way they shot it as well. Through the glass.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it was a really good thing to be part of, actually. I'm really glad that I did that.
Well, Alan Partridge is just one of those people that just keeps going in so many different sort of...
Oh my God! Well, he gets better anyway.
Yes.
He definitely does. It's not an age thing. I mean, the older he can do that and ad infinitum, can't he?
Yeah.
And he's just funny. It's just always funny. I think there's so much of him in it.
Yes.
That's why it's so funny.
And did you get a lot of free reign to kind of do what you wanted within what you were doing, or was it very scripted?
Oh, pretty scripted, actually.
Oh, was it?
Although there was a little bit of leeway, but generally Alan always had the last word.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That always annoyed me a bit.
Yeah.
I wanted to have the last word. Then again, it wasn't the Dave Clifton show, was it?
No, that's it.
But the people he had in it were great, just great.
Yes.
The characters still in it, like Lynn and that.
Yeah.
Lynn's managed to survive.
She was like a gift, wasn't she, to the whole thing, I think, Lynn as a character, because you want to see more of that relationship with the two of them.
Yeah.
He likes her, I think. He always gets her back.
Yeah.
But you went back you did Alpha Papa.
Yeah, I know, and that was a bonus,
awesome,
man. I wasn't assuming, because I know what it's like with Steve. He'll try something else and blah, blah, blah. But it was set in the radio station, fortunately, and then Clifton was still around. So, I was chuffed to be in that.
You also feature in some of the books. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yes.
But
Loading up my car, is it? With
and also
I
think there's some sort of fight you have with Alan at some point where he's chasing after you, or you're chasing. There might be in the more recent.
Is that the book I Partridge?
It was that, and also the other one, Nomad, I think it's called.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yes.
And did what's the other one? What's it called? That the short stuff he did. What's it called?
Anyone?
Oh no, not that. That was the documentary.
That was really good. That was brilliant. No,
for God's sake.
The short ones he did for.
They were for Foster's Comedy originally.
Yeah, originally.
Mid-morning
Matters.
Thank
God for that. My mind is just gone. I can't remember.
It's like an old people's home.
Oh, but I will say it's lovely to be in Lincoln. It really is. Never lose it there. You can't coach that kind of thing. You can't coach it. You wouldn't want to. Anyway. But Mid-Morning Matters, no, that was brilliant doing that.
Yes.
Because we ended up hugging, which was extraordinary.
Right.
Because I was recovering alcoholic and all the rest of it. And it was so funny. We ended up and I told this sad story about my son and all that. And we ended up sort of hugging. And while we were hugging, he's just looking up at the clock. And it's 10 minutes past, whatever. Actually, I won't start doing him. Anyway, go on.
Another thing, I mean, I said this briefly to you before, and we were talking about it before. Stella Street is such a fantastic thing that you were involved with, and it's a weird thing for me because I remember, because I used to be in a band, and we would always quote all the stuff, and also, funnily enough, as well, it helped with because I played Paul McCartney in a show, and then I understudied John Lennon. And being honest, it was your impression of John, and then also John Sessions on the Pool, that gave me a way in.
Oh, bless your heart!
But it was. Such an amazing series.
It was amazing. It was a fantastic bit of work. Obviously, I'm really proud of it because it's really personal, because we wrote it and stuff, and it was just such a great mix, the two of us. It wasn't our idea to do it. It was Peter Richardson who was, did the comic strip and all that. And he thought, I'll get me and John together and to see what we come up with. And we came up with that. And it seemed a bit bizarre, the whole thing. But that, doing the Beatles, for me and John, I remember when we got in the Sgt. Pepper's gear and all that, we just thought, this is great. And they're filming us as well. And we're doing,
I suppose because it's one of the few moments where you're sort of playing them as an iconic part of their time. time, rather than like when you're doing Mick and Keith, you're running the corner shop.
Yes.
So you're sort of in a different world.
Yes, doing. But he was doing Paul, wasn't he?
Yes.
You know, he did a good. And he was doing George as well.
Yeah.
You know. Have you seen something about the Samosas?
Yes.
You know, I'm doing Ringo. You know, he's coming there. But you know, doing John's like doing Lily Savage. It's similar, but I just love them.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. It was homage, you know.
And I bet that was the case with loads of the characters that you do in that.
Oh,
like,
they were.
Jagger
Well, I
and-
was just saying that to Jenny actually about you know it was done with love actually, hopefully, rather than trying to cut them down or anything. It was like I say, homage to them, you know, because we loved the people that we did. Like wow, you know, doing Bowie and all that, and he really appreciated. He thought it was funny apparently.
Oh, really? That's a very cool
he used to
thing.
quote the lines, which when I heard that, I was like, wow, that's amazing.
insane.
Yeah, because it comes from a place of, like I say, place of love. Hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
It was nuts, totally nuts. The idea, wasn't it?
But it was I was saying to David, like it's so, I'd sort of forgotten how kind of accurate and kind of naturalistic it was. Like it wasn't ridiculously over the top in any way. It was like they were really well sort of crafted characters, like versions of them.
They were.
It was like you say, it's done with a sort of love in that they were
exactly.
They
And
were
I think
right,
more than
you know,
just. I think they were sort of more than just impersonations in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
They were characters.
Yeah.
That's why it works, I think, so well.
Definitely.
The way we did it and that, and just having Michael as like the narrator was such a great idea. Anyway, hey, happy days, you know.
Had you worked with John Sessions before, or was it?
John, I'd done something that suddenly became very loud. Oh, hang on, what's happening there? Okay, no, who's coming out there? Go away. I told you, they keep visiting. I met John we did a gig together, which I don't know why they booked me and him on the same because he was doing impressions at the time, a place called the Pied Bull in Islington. And that was the first time I ever clapped eyes on this bloke. And he was wearing black tights and this flouncy white shirt. And he was going around doing Olivier and all these sort of people on stage. And I come on going, hey, all right, and all that kind of thing, you know. And it was interesting. That was the first time I ever met him, and I did some radio things with him. And then all those years later, Peter had worked with him, and he'd worked with me, obviously. So he thought, because he's very clever like that, facilitating things. He's very good at that, and he thought he'd get us together to see if we could, and we did, and that. Yeah. You know, thank God. God rest his soul. You know.
Yes. He passed away last year, which is no age at all.
Decided to, you know, cash in his chips and Oh, God bless him. Yeah. God bless him.
Weirdly, I worked with a guy, Jason Beeson, who was, I believe, one of the people in the film, when you did the film, the sort of substitute
really?
you. Yeah.
Oh, what, you mean one of the stand-ins?
Yes.
Because of, oh my God, that was a thankless job, actually.
But no, he said he loved it
Jason.
because he just got, Jason Beeson is his name was
he did some of the series, did he?
Yeah, I think he just did the film. I think it was the film.
We came and done it right, because we had a couple of guys who did it all the time kind of thing. They just had to sort of move like this, you know. They were being filmed from the back, and because you do a lot of scenes with yourself.
But he loved it because he said he learnt a lot. Just, you know, he was like had the best seat basically.
Yes.
To see what you're doing.
The best seat in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
How did the Mick and Keith corner shop thing come up? Was that just because it's perfect?
I know. Hang on. Well, it just started as a sketch, really. Right. And we just got together and we started doing stuff, and it came up as an idea. Hang on, why don't we have them running a corner shop, you know? And because that's sort of what they're doing with the Stones, isn't it? Really, in a way. Mick sort of tries to do it all properly, and Keith's just doing all that, and it was great. What a funny idea, really. I know I say that myself, but it is actually a very funny idea. And there's some great lines in it, you know, them dealing with groceries and stuff.
It's the use of the words, and it's just a funny use of
particularly with phrases. Mick. I love that you always hit the funniest words
to
do the dip into
the marshmallow. People are, I was just saying that to Jenny around the back there. That's quite an oft-quoted line.
I was going to say, that sounds
oft-quoted line in the brown sort of overalls, and very incongruous. And I suppose that's what it is, isn't it?
That's what makes it work, isn't it?
And Al Pacino, it was wonderful. John doing his Al Pacino with his IKEA bookcase and trying to hold all the scripts I'm not going to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a great line that is.
I also love the one when you're David Bowie learning to be a stand-up, and I like how you make him quite sort of uncomfortable. He's quite sort of,
that was brilliant. I love it. Sort of non-comedy. I love. Obviously, I've always done non-comedy. I'm not funny.
We're specialists,
and that's my excuse. But that appeals to me greatly. That idea, not doing. I'll leave that to other people, but I'd rather sort of deconstruct the whole thing, really.
But the fact that Bowie was aware of it and liked it—that's a very cool, crazy thing.
With Jack Flatley, that was the character John was doing.
It was like a sort of
Jack Flatley,
Jim Bowen sort of character.
Yeah, absolutely. Not very funny. Very modern, not very funny. He said the joke. Yeah.
And I also loved Mrs. Huggett as well. Such a great character.
Oh my God, Mrs. Huggett, what a creation that was, wasn't it? Markle. Yeah. Oh my God, and that was based on a dinner lady at RADA.
Oh really?
John wouldn't mind me saying that. He was at RADA, of course, with Ken Branagh and all those people. And there was a dinner lady, and he based it on her, and she was just nasty, wasn't she? Yeah. Just sort of nasty and mean-spirited, but brilliant.
But very real as well, that's the thing.
Yes.
Really, like a real person.
As soon as he got the gear on, he was just... Oh man, it was great.
You mentioned like training and stuff. Did you go through any kind of training before you
Of course I did.
Did you go to drama school?
I've never been so insulted.
Glyn, don't ask that.
Did you train? Yeah.
I sound like I'm going into John Hurt. Oh, Christ, love, no. I haven't been drinking. It's cider. It's practically fruit. Which is one of John's lines, and he won't. No, thank you, John. He won't mind me making that. I went to East 15. People won't know that. East 15 acting school.
Yeah, I know that one.
Do you?
Yeah, we do.
It's a very strange place. It's all about the method, and it was nuts, absolutely nuts. But I think I benefited a little bit. I think I did. It was very suitable for me. But it was a bit sort of, you had to be in character all day. We had like a day where you were in character all day, and it's like, but it's I was just James Dean all day. That's what I did. You have to stay in character, and it was very fun.
We did a terrible thing. This was more at North Harts before we went to drama school. The watering hole, did you do that?
Well, you had to be an animal.
You had to be an animal in like Asia or something. Yeah. You choose your animal, and then everyone would do it while the rest of the class would watch on a balcony like that, while you didn't get out of the character of being an animal.
And you just kept like glancing, going, "How much longer do we have to fucking do?"
So I was a lion asleep, obviously, because that just fucking hell.
Good choice
as well. A lot of like sloths.
Good choice. Where was that?
This was just at like doing a BTEC, because we did a BTEC at the same college in different years, and then we did drama school.
We did that.
But it's one of those things you go, that this has no use
No,
whatsoever.
it doesn't. Absolutely. And I realised in the end, I thought, I left after 2 years. I thought, I want to get out there, and this is like, I need to go and
And you did Spitting Image, didn't you?
Years ago. Blimey, I just did Mick Jagger actually on there.
Oh, really? Right.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, in a song, and that was it. That was the one that I did. Jack Nicholson as well, and they used someone else. I told everyone I'm doing it. I'm on Spitting Image. Chris Barry was doing it.
Oh, really?
What happened? What happened there?
He was doing quite a few voices, wasn't he? At the time, wasn't he?
Oh, Chris, brilliant, man. Yeah. Did the best Kenneth Williams I ever heard, actually. He was a brilliant impressionist, Chris Barry, actually.
Yes, right.
Gotta say. But Spitting Image, that was the thing to be in. No, I mean, John done that for years,
Right.
Coogan did it, didn't he? And all
yes. And we've had Kate Robbins here before.
She's brilliant.
She's so great.
But cool, blimey, it's quite a big old body of work actually. Now when I look, it's a long old, lot of years, But you've been involved in so many things that are very cool, and I'm very blessed. Some good things I'm glad, but then some other things which Seaside Special.
Oh no, I don't.
With Ronnie Corbett, God rest his soul. Yes, at Jersey. Right. Bit odd. I went on sort of Blue Rinses out there, massive theatre in Jersey.
Right.
He couldn't quite say my name correct.
Oh, great.
And ladies and gentlemen, here we are, young impressionist, Phil Cornwell. Whatever. I come on and I just all this surreal stuff, and it was a bit sort of odd. And I went on 3, 2, 1 as well, which was a show on ITV.
That's the most insane concept of a program ever. It makes no sense.
No, absolutely. I'm doing all this mad stuff.
But and then there's
it was incongruous, really.
Yeah, they have like a contemporary dance, and it's all so random. I don't even know.
Oh, that was funny. Dusty
like a fever dream. Yeah, Dusty
Bin.
Bin.
My God, all of that stuff, man.
But then we go from
much.
that, and here's a segue into doing the Gorillas stuff, which is
well, that's my children actually love that.
Right. Yeah. How did that come about?
Just the fact that I'm in that is a conversation piece for them, I believe.
Yeah, I bet.
How did I get to do that? Well, no, see, that's another thing. No, that was because Damon was really into Stella Street.
Oh, really? Right.
Yes.
Makes
Real
sense.
big fan of Stella Street. And when they started Gorillas in 2000 or something, they got me in and with the drawings, Jamie's drawings and everything, and they said, right, what kind of voice would you do for that? So I just sort of ended up doing a sort of Keith Richards.
Right.
Yeah.
So a Keith Richards thing, you know. But I sort of, got my own thing going. Saying, oh, man, yeah, rock and roll, The synapses just, got, It's like Keith, because that's Keith, isn't it? No, it's brilliant. And that's just gone on for years.
Yeah.
Keeps coming back. I didn't know it's going to last 20 years or something. That's what it is.
Is that how long it's been? Crazy.
Yes, all the albums they've done.
And it was all, because I didn't realise when I was looking into it, I didn't realise it was all the like shorts, these like these sort of short episodes, didn't they, of the characters. There were sort of little sketches that went out, and there was all that sort of, as well as obviously the music.
Oh,
the
God,
Gorillas music.
yeah,
There was all
man.
the sketches and all the sort of bits and pieces, like, so much of it, like, and then obviously the actual live dates where they had the band, the virtual band they called it, didn't they? The virtual band.
They tried to do. Yeah, it's tricky doing it. Yeah.
Were you actually involved in much of?
Briefly at the beginning, they tried to do it. Yeah, and then they used sort of puppets, and then the technology got better. And then it was much better, but because at the beginning it was just bloody drawings, cartoons, wasn't it? And then it ended up being this beautiful look, sort of CGI'd kind of, Murdoch CGI'd thing, and it just it's evolved over the years.
To the point where Murdoch has his own Wikipedia page. Do you know that?
He does.
Like,
no, he does Murdoch
history.
Nichols.
Yeah, Murdoch Nichols is a whole history.
How
of
bizarre, isn't it?
Like, yeah.
That's a bit like I saw a panto with and it had Dame Edna in it. Which was just brilliant to see. But then her biog, the amount of stuff in her biog that Dame Edna has done outside of Barry Humphries, you know what I mean? It's crazy when a fictional character becomes like a real thing.
Yeah.
Well, it is, isn't it? It is. It's that. I mean, the Gorillas is an example of that. It's just I didn't think it would keep going. I mean, the music, the music's brilliant.
Yeah.
Somehow it's still managed to be connected to the people. There are people who want to know what's happening with the characters.
Yeah,
really.
Odd people. In Des Moines. Iowa. Nothing wrong with Des Moines, but handy for the shops, obviously. But it's been a funny old job, that one. Yeah. Very odd, but great to have done that as well.
Yeah. I do have to ask. So there's some questions here.
We're now
audience,
throwing to the questions.
These people want to get home. They want to.
I know. So we'll be nearly done, aren't we? So, but we've got a question from Pete Hain. Hi, Pete.
Who's a Mostly Comedy regular.
Yes.
Hello, Pete.
This is a big question, and it could provoke a long answer. Ask Phil to reflect on the joy and pain of being a Spurs fan.
Oh, very good. The joy and pain. Well, it's quite amusing now, isn't it, at the moment? I find it... I've been supporting Tottenham Hotspur since it's 1966, right?
Right.
I'm old, And Jimmy, of course, was playing then. But it's changed. It's now a sort of shopping mall, beautiful stadium, food courts. Unfortunately, the team on the pitch, that doesn't seem to be a priority. But it's interesting, isn't it? And pain, yes, this is it. And three of my children are Tottenham fans. Right. Two sons are big Spurs fans, and my oldest son, it's very painful for him. And he actually said it to me when he was about 8. We were watching it White Hart Lane, and he's playing Arsenal, and he turned around to me, and he was like 8 years old, and he said, "I wish I didn't care." What? And we were playing Arsenal. We were like 4-1 up. It's when we beat them in the League Cup. And he was worried we were going to lose. He was worried. I said, "Don't worry, it's 4-1. We'll be all right." He said, "It's Arsenal, Dad. It's Arsenal." Anyway, no. So I've put them through. And my daughters as well. But it's a thing you hand down. God knows why.
Yeah.
God knows why. But why? It's just being attached to that is just nuts as well, isn't it? That's why we do it. I don't know.
I mean, I see it in my. We were talking about this earlier, but me and David, neither of us are football supporters, but we've both had sort of Spurs fans in the family.
You can relate to it.
But you can relate to it. Like I watched my brother supporting them in that way, and I think, why do you put yourself through that? But he's like, well, I have to because my mum and dad were Spurs supporters, so we just do. We carry on.
It is an odd.
Come on.
Yeah, the Woolwich Arsenal. I mean, thankfully, Arsenal are equally as ordinary as Tottenham at the moment. So we're going to play it on Saturday. I don't fancy it, to be honest, quite honestly. I think Arsenal are on a run now.
Okay.
They're on a run. But the whole thing of support, I wonder what is it about. I've been doing it a long time. I don't understand it, but I do it.
Yeah, but I quite like the thought of that. I like the thought, and weirdly, because I'm not really a football fan so much, but to have that sort of collective thing, a group of people.
It's important in a way, It's a community thing, it's a tribal thing, you know, it is extraordinary. If you're not into football, it is quite hard, so you think, well, why are you so upset?
Yeah. I sort of got more into it later, because when I was a kid, I was terrible, like obnoxious, really. And my parents would take me there, and I used
disappointment.
But I used to go with a book. And like and a Walkman.
To Tottenham?
To Tottenham, yeah. And
he'd understand that. He'd go, well...
Would I prefer?
But the thing is, you used to be able to get them stamped at Highbury, didn't you, in the library? Yeah.
But I tell
you, library.
But as I got older, I got it more, you know.
Yeah.
As I got older, I got it more and understood, you know, and I kind of wish I had that in a way. I wish I had that sort of...
Yeah,
wouldn't it just a thing that continues to go on?
Doesn't it take up a lot of time, though, doesn't it? And it takes that emotional energy and like, God, you know, when we lose. But I try not to care, you know, like my son said, but you do, especially when you play Arsenal. I mean, that's a pay. Actually trying to watch that game is not enjoyable, ever, is it? You have to endure it. You don't enjoy it. It's like, come on, blow the fucking whistle, you know. I would say you have a good chance. I would actually say that. I would. Yeah.
Did you ever want to play?
Did I ever want to play?
Yeah. Or was it?
What a job that would be, wouldn't it? Never good enough. All right at school, usual school team and all that, but no. You've got to be so. I admire anyone who makes it to a professional level, whatever level that is. You know.
And it's changed so much.
Oh my God, it's brutal. And the stuff you have to take now, if you're at the top, you know, the abuse and you know, but you get well remunerated, obviously. Playing a game that you love.
Yes.
But
and to be fair, you got to be Jimmy Hill, so you got
Jimmy
some
Hill.
Of it.
Oh my God.
What made you put him in Stella Street?
I mean, I love it
because
I did. Yeah, it again quite incongruous, wasn't it? Jimmy Hill.
Yeah, but that makes it work. I like that.
Giving it, you know, smoking joints, and you know, it alters your consciousness, you know. And Jimmy Hill, you know, it's all that.
It's the desperation, isn't it?
Oh, there was.
Yeah.
Utter despair and loneliness. Which is beautiful. And Tony Blackburn, you know, doing that. That's where Dave Clifton comes from.
I was going to say, was that really? Because I get that sort of sense.
It's that kind of DJ thing. When it sounds like they've got a smile, you know. And, you know, but the desperation, you know, oh, God help me, I'm so lonely. Actually, seriously. Oh, God, anyway, don't get me started.
And he's still going, isn't he? He's still doing that. Still doing Sound of the 60s, Tony Blackburn.
Good
still
for
that
him.
energy.
Good for him. He's still doing it. Absolutely. God, he must be knocking 80.
Late 70s.
Has he still got the sort of, you know, the power and the voice and all that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
he's actually
good for him.
He's actually quite self-aware as well, because he's quite funny but knowing how he's sort of read, if you know what I mean. So it works well.
Man,
so I think he's aged into it quite nicely.
To have lasted that long.
Well, yeah.
That's an achievement.
And also not have Operation U-Tree to track you down, because he's one of the
one of the few.
Didn't he?
Operation U-Tree.
At time of going to press.
No.
But
to be fair, no. Good on him.
Yeah.
What is your proudest thing you've done, would you say? What are you most... What would you like to be remembered for? Sorry to ask that question.
I don't know, really, you know, because I won't be bothered, really, when I'm gone.
That's true.
I often think that. My proudest thing, well, I don't know. I can't... Very difficult question. Coming here, I think, to hit you.
Well, quite right.
Yeah. That's it.
Yes. Oh, now, was it a bit disingenuous, that, or I love you, though, I like you went with it, I like it. So this is not a bad place, is it?
It's nice,
all right. It'd be nice when it's finished.
It will.
I had to say that, come on, it's the old game. No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Itching, you know.
Yeah, it's all right.
What can you say?
But, yeah, I mean... Personally, thinking about me as a kid and my band and doing the impressions, I'm grateful for the things that you do. And Stella Street was such a big gift that still Like for me
Keeps on
personally,
giving.
Keeps on
But it
giving.
does,
Yeah,
but
it
it
does.
does. It genuinely does.
It's great to go back and watch it.
And it's lovely to have you here as well, Dave.
Oh, man, I've really enjoyed it, man.
Come back. Come back.
The people here have made it,
Yes.
basically, because they're here.
It's true.
Without them
Absolutely.
here, not
Yeah.
sure
And
it's
it's
gonna
genuinely
work
true,
so
because
well.
when we closed down, probably most of the people here were donating. We got like about $4,000 to keep this thing
bless
going.
you, man. Sticking with it,
You should
staying with
see
it.
the fucking suit I bought with that money. Fucking brilliant.
Can't do it without you lot. I mean, it's all part of it, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's it. But please come back again.
Yeah.
I'd love to come back.
Yes.
I'd love to come back. Next time, I'm going to be funny.
And so
I'm
are
going
we.
to do it.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
It's an aim, isn't it?
I'm going to get a joke. I'm going to find a joke and I'm going to do it. Anyway, no, I'd love to come back, seriously. Brilliant.
Give it up for Phil Cornwell.
Hey.
Come on. Thank you, sir. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, baby.
So there we go. That was Phil Cornwell, and before that, Jenny Collier.
Certainly was. And before that, us setting it up before it began.
Yeah.
And then before that, you were doing whatever you were doing in your own time before you turned on this podcast. I don't know what that was. I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
who knows? And you'll probably go back to that very shortly. Or you've been doing it all the way through, whatever that thing is. That's the nice thing about podcasts, is you can just carry on your life to a certain
Masturbating all the
extent.
way through.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thought, isn't it? Imagine. Can you
I mean,
imagine?
if you're masturbating to our podcast, I'd say you've got problems because I mean, what would you be?
Well, you have got a very resonant voice.
Thank you.
David. You have a voice that someone might enjoy.
Let's-
I mean, I'm not saying that I do No, let's not go there.
You
Let's
listen
stop-
to us
stop that.
talking and then masturbate over that. That's weird.
That's very
yeah.
weird.
But
But
any-
hey, whatever you want to do,
Yes,
you
whatever.
carry on.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, exactly. You're not offending anyone because we can't see it. But that was Jenny Collier and Phil Cornwell. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, there's lots of other podcasts you can listen to, by which I mean our own podcast, not other podcasts.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, there's
Yeah.
loads of other podcasts, and I didn't even start to list them now. It's just too many.
What I should have said was episodes. Lots of other episodes you can listen to, including the other one that's live at the moment, which is Kate Robbins and Norman Lovett, by which I mean in front of a live audience. And then there's all the ones we recorded in the in-between. Bobby Davro, Josh Widdicombe, Jan Ravens,
James Acaster.
Lucy Porter, and the late Lynn Ruth Miller, who sadly passed away a few months ago from when we were talking. But and we spoke to her just a few months before that. In fact, she was booked to do the gig that followed the one we just listened to. And unfortunately, obviously passed away. So that was very sad.
Yeah, really sad.
But we had a lovely interview with her, a really good chat. I'm glad we did that. And it's worth a listen if you get a chance.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anything else we need to say, Glyn? Is there...
No, I don't. I think that's all the admin and all the sort of the promoting that we can do. But just do follow us on social media. We're on all the social medias. We're on Instagram, mostly comedy.
Mostly _ comedy.
At mostly _ comedy, I should say. And then we're on Twitter, Doggett Ephgrave.
That's correct.
And Facebook, Doggett and Ephgrave, just to confuse you a little bit.
Yep.
And obviously, Mostly Comedy is the website, mostlycomedy.co.uk, where you can find all the lineups and all the information that you will ever possibly need about Mostly Comedy and also this podcast.
It's very true. So we want you to check all those things. Continue wanking, and we'll see you next time. But we won't see you. You'll hear us. We won't hear you. Although if you do want to send us a comment on the podcast, please do. No one ever does. It's nice to know that we get lots of people listening to it. No one says anything. So it's
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
Not sure.
We're just a kind of
or they're like, it goes without saying. They just really enjoyed it, but they just felt they didn't need saying. Or
but if you did
like
enjoy it or didn't enjoy it, just let us know. It'd be nice to know. It'd be nice to know.
Well, I don't want to know if they didn't enjoy it. I'm not interested.
Well, no,
in that.
true.
I already assume they didn't enjoy it anyway. That's my natural starting point.
Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong in thinking that you didn't enjoy it by saying you did. That would be nice. That's the thing.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you for listening, and we'll hopefully have you back with us again very soon. Bye.
Bye.